Let's read some facts. Let's see. Let's start with this one. There is a company that can incorporate your ashes into a firework. That's actually kind of cool. But I feel like after it exploded, it would be kind of sad unless it was like over a body of water or something that you wanted to be spread over. That'd be kind of cool. It's not quite ready. I recently read about this company that's incorporating ashes into the paint in which they create artwork with, which is really kind of neat because you can have a painting in your house with like your loved one's ashes in it, which is kind of cool. But it is possible to turn peanut butter into a diamond. I'm curious. How can I do this? Make my own jewelry out of peanut butter. It's not ready, for sure. If you eat 3 large carrots every day for a long period of time, your body will produce too much beta carotene and your skin can turn orange. I believe it. I didn't know there was a technical term for this. It says the technical term for a blob of toothpaste is a nurdle. Why did someone even name that? Like, oh, I've got a big old blob of toothpaste. I'm gonna name it nurdle. That's so weird. It's weird. The chicken and the ostrich are the closest living relatives of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I was legitimately watching Jurassic World before I came out here to film, and I find that very strange that like a chicken and an ostrich are relatives of the T-Rex. Someone explain that to me. Not like a crocodile. No, a chicken. Weird. As part of their training, guide dogs for the blind learn to go number 2 on command. I bet that comes in handy. Norway once knighted a penguin. I feel like there has to be a background story to that, and I am curious. I'm gonna make a mental note to Google it later. That was a good one. What is a sea cucumber? It says when threatened, sea cucumbers shoot out their internal organs, which are poisonous to predators. What is a sea cucumber? Billy goats urinate on their own heads so as to smell more attractive to females. Okay, to each their own. It was traditional for Vikings to give the bride a kitten as a discovered that humans produce more earwax when they're stressed or scared. The Japanese giant hornet's venom is so strong that it can dissolve human flesh. My dude, I've never even heard of a Japanese giant hornet. There's so many things that I don't know about in this world. It's crazy. And I'm gonna kind of get off topic for a minute, but I always think about what's in the ocean because it's so big and so dark and vast. I went on a cruise once and looked over at the water in the middle of the night, and it just was terrifying. Just because you don't know what's in there, it's crazy. Tiny microbes living in your mouth eat your leftovers during the night, creating awful smelling morning breath. I feel like that's something you tell your kid's sibling just to scare them. You have things living in your mouth. But in the early days of Apple, its CEO, Steve Jobs, would relieve stress by soaking his feet in the water of the office toilets. That's interesting. You can see an owl's eyeball through its ear. It's kind of cool. How's it going? For ancient civilization, salt was so valuable that the Romans used it as money. In Buenos Aires, in 1983, a dog fell out of a 13th floor window and instantly killed an elderly woman who was walking on the street below. Now my question is did the dog live? Because sometimes I'm an animal person over a human. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't have to explain what I mean by that. I said it all messed up, but I know you know what I mean. Due to thermal expansion, the Eiffel Tower can be up to 15 centimeters taller during the summer. A 19th century railroad worker named Phineas Gage had an iron rod rammed through his head, destroying most of his brain's left frontal lobe, yet he survived to live another 12 years. Kudos to him. That one was almost dangerous. It would take 1.2 million mosquitoes each sucking just once to completely drain the average human of blood. Gross. Your middle fingernail grows faster than the others and nearly 4 times faster than your toenails. If you just saw me a moment ago do this, it's because I was checking to see if my middle fingernail was longer than the others. evolution, they eat twigs and grass beforehand to create a plug in their bowels. In 1923, jockey Frank Hayes won a race despite being dead. He suffered a heart attack mid-race, but his body stayed in the saddle until his horse crossed the line. Whoa. That'd be one way to go out. Still winning. William Shakespeare had a curse engraved on his tombstone to prevent grave robbers from stealing his bones. Wow. Your stomach has to produce a new layer of mucus every 2 weeks, and if it doesn't, it will digest itself. That's real intense. China actually owns all of the giant pandas in the world. Wow. It is possible for your tonsils to regenerate if any tissue is left behind during a tonsillectomy. That's interesting. In Switzerland, it's illegal to own only one guinea pig. Dinosaurs used to swallow large rocks which stayed in their stomach to help churn and digest food. Weird. Wow, nature is incredible. Most female sharks lose their appetite before giving birth. It's believed this is to prevent them from eating their own pups. In colonial America, lobster was so cheap and plentiful that it was often served to prisoners. Interesting. Alright. I think this is going to be the last fact I read you for today. One of the world's largest stockpiles of nuclear weapons is partially defended by trained dolphins. It's kind of epic. So, that's today's disgusting and amazing facts. I always like these. I think they're really fun. But I don't know how many we have left. I'll have to go back and see where we stopped the last video we did these. If you're curious and you haven't seen that one, I'll make sure to post it up here so you can click on it. Nonetheless, that's going to be the end of this one. Again, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. It is always a pleasure, and I hope to see you again soon in my next video.